Hey guys, what's going on? So we are on day 11 of my, I'm gonna post useless, ridiculous, unnecessary content for an entire month to see what it does to my channel. And I'll be honest with you, I've jumped 8 subscribers. And I think since, this is, what is this, 30.0? I think maybe since 28.0, whenever like Polo Tries Hard and whenever Rush Royale Tips and Tricks was a thing, like when they were like actively streaming, when they were actively making videos, that was the period of time when every time I did a live, I was jumping like 20 subscribers anytime I ever did a live. And then even in the in-between period, I would get like, you know, like 1 or 2 subscribers, and that's how I've amassed 2620. That's how I got to the number that I'm at now. When Rush Royale Tips and Tricks stopped posting and A-Friend Gaming went over to ABI and Polo Tries Hard stopped actively streaming, and all of a sudden like the downfall of YouTube, right? That's when I stopped gaining subscribers. And I knew that, I always knew that jumping subscriber number would eventually stop. That felt unsustainable. Like jumping 20 per every time I did a live encouraged me to do lives. That's why I was doing it all the time. And once everybody stopped like doing things, because they just started doing other things, and they stopped caring about the game, and you know they started disliking things about the game, that's when my subscriber rate started to either stay or start to drop. I have been at 2620 basically since then. So I've gained subscribers and I've lost a lot of subscribers, and I'm constantly just floating around in that area. And the lowest I've ever been, I'm going somewhere with this. The lowest that I've ever been is like, I don't know, like 2610, right? So I would gain like 5 subscribers, but then I'd lose like 6 subscribers. And then I'd gain like 4 subscribers, but I'd lose 3 subscribers, right? That just kept happening. And I have been at I've been floating in that 2620 area for a very long time. And that's it. I've just been there. And then that started to stop to where I wasn't gaining or losing. And ever since I started doing this thing, where now I just push content into the YouTube space so that it does a couple of things. But for the most part, the major thing that it does is that it just puts content out there. The way that I would describe it is if you started a channel with nothing, right? If you posted one video, and if that video doesn't go viral, if that one video that you posted doesn't have 2 million subscribers or 2 million views because it went super viral or something, if you put out a video and it only has like 2 views, right? That means that nobody has any way of finding your channel. So if you post a bunch of other videos, those 2 will also not have a lot of views, and you will also not gain subscribers. I started a secondary channel called This and That Reviews. I'm just doing it for fun, in the same way that I do this for fun. I love talking about movies. I think I have like 6 reviews on that channel right now. And if you want to subscribe to it, you can. But I bet you didn't even know that that was even a thing, right? I don't promote it. I have 1 subscriber. I'm almost positive it's my girlfriend, because I told her about it. It might not be my girlfriend. I don't know. But I have 1 subscriber, and a lot of my videos, ones that I posted like maybe a week ago, have 0 views because there's not enough content out there, and none of my videos have gone viral, right? So part of it is just making a lot of content. It's just pushing content out there so that you can be found. So that one video that you decide to make gets into like that kind of like consciousness, right? I've made a lot of YouTube videos. I've made a lot of like Rush Royale related videos. I have a lot of videos, but I don't have a lot of videos. I don't have like thousands of videos, right? So making like a video a day, which is what most content creators do anyway, just, without, despite the quality of it, despite how much thought has gone into it, just putting out a lot of content out there, it makes you easier to find. I've posted 11 videos of just useless content, I've shown how easy it is to do it. You have replays, you go into Legendary League, you start a battle, and you press record, and when that battle is over, you press stop, and you've made a video, and you just upload that, and you screenshot, like just a moment, and then you make that the thumbnail, and that's all I've been doing for 11 videos. Just snazzy title, who cares? Super easy. Anybody can do it, and people do it. I have gained 8 subscribers, which when it normally says I'm in a negative, I am now in a positive 8 subscribers. As in, more people have been subscribing than deleting, or than unsubscribing. I don't talk, which means I don't have an opinion for people to disagree with. It's content, it's Rush Royale related content, so it just gets pushed out. So just a larger quantity of my content is just out there now, to where you can find that, realize you don't know the person, click on their profile, and then like go into the back catalog, right? So that's an easier way to find me. And then it's just content. So it's been working. But there's a big part of me that's like, is that, is 11 videos, is that good enough? Have I proven my point that useless content works? Because somebody asked me, what is my ultimate goal for the channel? And I said, truthfully, in that comment, to have 2,000 subscribers. And I'm at 2,600 subscribers. My goal is 2,000 subscribers. That wasn't an incorrect number. I always told myself that if I got to 2,000 subscribers, it's way more subscribers than I ever thought that I would get on this channel. That there's no possible way 2,000 people agree with me enough to stay subscribed to my channel. I am shocked that more people don't unsubscribe to me, honestly. I have such an opinion about Rush Royale. I have such an opinion about people being dumb about Rush Royale. I have such an opinion on dumb people in general. People that don't use punctuation correctly, people that don't spell correctly, people that don't use grammar, right? I have such an opinion about things that it's almost surprising that more people have not unsubscribed to me. So the fact that I'm still at 2,600, the fact that I'm at 600 above 2,000, because I would be perfectly fine if my entire number dropped to 2,000, if 600 people unsubscribed to me. Like, the 2,620, like floating around in that area for as long as I have is annoying. But in all honesty, it's still shocking that I even have that many. Right? If I was like all these other content creators and just constantly pumped out nothing, right? Just gameplay of nothing, adding no value to the conversation, giving no advice on how to play anything, offering no opinion, just being a blank slate of nothing, so that you couldn't dislike me for my own opinion about something, so that you couldn't dislike me for whatever reason, so that I didn't give you a reason to dislike me. Right? Because I give a lot of people a reason to dislike me. And I don't care, because I have to be real. Because I'll tell you what, uploading content, as easy as it is, and there was a point when I just recorded like 4 videos and then I just had them scheduled. I uploaded them and then you can schedule out videos. So I was done for like 4 days, because it's easy. I could do it for the remaining 20 days if I wanted to. I could upload 20 videos right now and just schedule them for the next 20 days. And I might. But I want your opinion. I can go back to making just regular content, and I was going to anyway after the 30 days. I can stop my experiment. I think I already have the amount of data that I want from it. And the data is that it works, but it hurts my soul. It hurts my soul to not have an opinion. It hurts my soul to know that people would rather not listen to any of my thoughts and they'll subscribe to me. That they would rather play a video of nothing, of just a game, of just a useless game, and they consider that content. They consider that okay content. They consider that helpful. They consider the idea that you're titling the video, Genie deserves a nerf, right? And that's the narrative that you're trying to spin. Because I'll tell you what, I kept trying to do it and I kept finding a different video, but I wanted to do the thing that Momo Royale does, where in one video he says Genie is so overpowered, he needs a nerf. And then in the very next video, Genie is so underpowered, he needs a buff. And I wanted to do that with every single event unit, right? Phoenix is too good, needs nerf right now. Developers don't know what they're doing. And then in the next video, he needs a buff. The Phoenix is dead, buff Phoenix, right? I just wanted, because you can do that. You can just find a battle where Phoenix wins, and then you can just find a battle where Phoenix loses, and then you can just spin a narrative however you want to spin it. Just based solely on the title that you want to title the video. There's also an idea that if you want people to watch the video so that your video gets time engagement, all you have to do is just lie. You can just be you won't believe this moment in this video. You just won't be able to believe it. It's crazy. The twist that happens, it's gonna blow your mind, right? And so then, you click on the video and you just watch it and you're like, what's the thing? And you can't turn away. And all of a sudden, you get the time engagement, right? If you want time engagement on a video, then you just hint at something that could be in the video. Even if there is or isn't. And then if there isn't, it's almost even better, because then that person will then comment and then you get comment engagement. It's so easy. It's so easy. Being a YouTuber is so easy. I know all the things on how to be a great YouTuber. And it works. And I've now proven that it works, because it does. But it also hurts my soul. Because my entire reason for building this channel is having an opinion. I want it to be different than everybody else. And whether or not that gained me subscribers or lost me subscribers, I always wanted to have an opinion. I feel like I've done enough. You know what? I was gonna do it as a poll. I was gonna say, comment on this video if you want me to finish out the 20 days, or comment on this video if you don't want me to. But in all honesty, I think I've done enough. I think I've proven my point, and this video is that proof. I'm telling you, it works. It totally works, and it totally destroys my soul because I hate that it works. It sucks that it works. I think that it sucks that it works. I think that it sucks that you can manipulate people and the system, and it works. You can just put out useless content that takes no effort to upload or to do, and it says nothing, and that's what people want, because they would rather you not talk about your actual opinion about this game, because all they want is just to see the game. People want, the thing that I have realized about YouTube is that people want their own opinion, but in a different person's voice. If you think that the game sucks, you want me to say, oh yeah, I think the game sucks too. That's all you want to hear. You don't want to hear me ask you, oh, well, why do you think the game sucks? Oh, because it's pay to win. Well, yeah, but it's not pay to win. At the very most, it's pay to progress faster, but it's definitely not pay to win. Like you can argue that, getting a Zeus and a Fortuna and all of those things are, like it's only available as a pay to win, like you can only get them if you pay. But I would argue that somebody who has 2,000 crit, 1,000 crit, they're still able to get to 7K trophies, gain the maximum amount of rewards, and gain everything else, even if they are free to play, and even if it takes them just longer. You can still just play this game free to play if you really wanted to, as long as you don't upgrade your crit to above 3,000. But you don't want to hear that. You just want to hear somebody say, yeah, the game sucks. Fuck those developers, right? People just want to hear their own opinion, but in somebody else's voice, for the validation that somebody else also thinks like them. And the thing that I try to do, just as my own opinion about this game, is I look at things from like a bunch of different sides. Whereas I can say that I don't think that the game is pay to win, I can also say, because I also wanted to say that and say this in this video, I can also say that I think that the developers are the only thing that they care about is making money, and they are a business. But the way that they're doing it is so blatantly obvious that they could have the ability to hide it more, and they are choosing not to. And what I mean by that is that if they focused all of their attention right now on giving all of the talents to commons, epics, and rares, and the rest of the legendaries, and then adding in new units, and then adding in new legendary heroes, and then adding reincarnation, then it wouldn't be so obvious that they don't care about giving things to quote-unquote free-to-play players. Not that any of those things matter, because giving talents to, like Thrower, that's not going to change anything. But their refusal to do it and to just add in a new unit and say like, oh, just buy this Twilight Ranger. Oh, we built in reincarnations. Oh, when are you going to give Trapper Town? Oh, we have to balance, reincarnations. Oh, we just added Phantoma. We need to balance and focus on this. It's like, yeah, but like you could have added Trapper talents first. The fact that they aren't doing that is making the optics of them feel like all they care about is money, when you could do both. You could have already given all of the talents to commons, epics, and rares, then started on Phantom mode, then started on, giving all of the talents to all the legendaries, then start getting out reincarnation, then start getting out new content, because at that point it becomes new content, as opposed to why aren't you fixing this other stuff? I have the ability to shit on people, but I also have the ability to shit on developers. I'm an equal opportunist here, right? And I don't sway one way or the other. I'm not just all for people, but I'm not just all for developers either. I can defend either group depending on what the situation is. The other thing, they added this is the reason that prompted my entire video and me wanting to address this right now. They added this chest where you can get free, or you can get emotes. And it's $5, and they're offering me 3 different emotes, and I can buy them for $5 each, and I can open up all 3 of them, and I will get all 3 of them that I don't already possess, right? We have been talking about this for so long, and it made me think about something else that they haven't added in this game that makes me mad, right? There is currently no way of getting rid of your commons, epics, and rares. I have 39,000 archers, and there is nothing for me to do with them. And a long time ago, somebody suggested, and it will never leave my mind, somebody suggested that there should be a shop where you trade in extra things for coins to be used at that shop. Now, they don't want people to gain an advantage, right? And I can see that. They don't want people to gain an advantage in the game if you are a long-standing player in this game and you have 200,000 archers and you have 500,000 bombardiers, right? they don't want you to have a shop where you can trade in all of that for legendaries, because that would break the game. They don't want you trading that in for legendary hero shards, right? They don't want you trading that in for epic hero shards. That would be too good, right? Because then you'd all of a sudden, it would mess with progression, right? But somebody suggested a long time ago, what if you traded all of that in for into a shop that gave the emotes, the past emotes, and the past frames from events that have gone away, and from season passes that have gone away? What if you traded it for like cosmetic things that don't matter? It doesn't break the game. It gives you a reason to trade it in. It gives you like a reason like, oh, I didn't buy the season pass, but I really like that screaming bird emote. I want to get that. So like whenever it's in the shop, like I want to be able to get that. And so like I can trade in all of this stuff, and it would make you feel like whenever you get like all of those common packs and those epic packs and those rare packs, that it's going towards something. But no, they would rather focus on, we need to balance phantom. Oh, we need to add more reincarnations to other things. And the fact that they're doing that and not choosing to do this other thing for quote unquote free to play players is the bad optics that's making them look like a quote unquote pay to win company, even though this game is not a pay to win game. I miss having opinions like this. I've had 11 days of nothing, of not being able to express anything. This is what I do. This is, for those 8 subscribers and maybe more, maybe some other people have unsubscribed to me, and you know, for all of you people that have subscribed to me in this time period, in this 11-day time period where I've been posting nothing, where I've been posting all of this useless content, this is the real me. I give my opinion about this game. And some people hate it and some people appreciate it. And if you don't appreciate it, you can fuck off. Like, honestly, like, people unsubscribe to me for any reason that they want to. They could unsubscribe to me because they don't like that I like Taylor Swift. They could unsubscribe to me because they don't like that I don't know, anything. People will unsubscribe to me for any reason whatsoever. They don't play this game anymore. They don't like my content. They don't like something that I said, right? And if that is your opinion and you don't like what I said, you can literally leave. I am not going to beg you to stay here. I am perfectly fine with blocking people that are annoying. Like, I'm perfectly fine with blocking people that are unnecessarily combative, because I don't need them. And then I think that there is a subsect of people that appreciate this. That's why they are still subscribed to me. And for those people that are still here, and you guys like my opinion, you guys like hearing an opinion that may or may not be your own, and you are still subscribed to me, you guys are the real heroes. You guys are the real fans. And I think that as much as it's been killing me to not have an opinion for 11 days, part of that is also, I don't want to lose you guys that come here for my opinion. Hopefully you understood that that's what I was doing and that's why I was posting those. But at the same time, like, I think that I want to end this. I want to end this experiment to not lose those subscribers that come here for my opinion about this game. And maybe I don't have a lot of opinions on 30.0, but I do have some thoughts, I suppose. In videos that I will eventually make, I will express those because I will be back. So thank you guys for sitting through my experiment. Thank you guys for sitting through this video. If you don't understand already, with my channel, I do long videos. I do long form. I talk a lot. And so to be silent for 11 videos was very difficult. And I hope you guys appreciate me for it.